Good morning, afternoon, or evening, YouTube, and welcome to the second episode of Hot Rod or Not. Keen eyes from my last video may have noticed that I don't just have two Volvos, I actually have three of them. Unfortunately, I had to trade Minty in for a microphone headset, but that's what you have to do for quality sometimes. Anyway, without further ado, let's start these builds. So today we're going to be using the hot rod to make a traditional style hot rod and a vintage racer style. That horn is terrible. This is the 1932 model, so we have the Roadster, the 3-window coupe, the pickup, the Tudor, and we also have chopped and unchopped versions, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to go with the half-removed louvered hood for this build. Decent options for grills, but we're going to go with the slightly classier stock grill. I'm going to leave the front bumper as it is for this build. I'll go fenderless for this build too. Chrome window trim. Not my cup of tea, but might be someone else's. Now there is no adjusting the ride height for this car, so it is what it is. Now most Wanted 2015 used to have an option called rake. Now rake is when the front of the car is angled to be lower than the rear of the car, but it appears that Need for Speed Payback doesn't have that option anymore, which is unfortunate because I like that option. With wheel selection, you have an amazing 4 different types of wheels to choose from. Now unfortunately, if you're making a drift build and want to run white wall tyres on it, you can't do that, but with the other builds you can. In the end I didn't like the Tudor style, so I changed it to the coupe body. Choosing the car paint proved to be one of the more harder challenges I've faced in my life so far. I came to a solution that I like and I hope you like too. The important thing about making rust for a car is that it just isn't everywhere and anywhere. Rust usually starts in the bottom of a car, around the windowsills, door frames, fenders, and then with the right conditions it will go to different parts of the body. As the build progressed, I refined the paint and toned down the rust a little bit. I added a large scratch decal over the entirety of the car, making it a bit translucent, just adding to that extra wear and tear sort of feel. I added a couple more decals to it. It isn't a race car unless it has a number on the side. Now, I think the finished result looks pretty damn good if you ask me, but that's just my opinion and it might be biased. But what would you guys have done? Would have you done anything different? Back at the dealer to buy the second car of the build. This is a race dealership, so it comes standard with white walls. But we'll see if I end up keeping them or not. When you're running a half-removed hood, there are some great exhaust options. Well, I changed my mind again on my body style. I wanted to see what it looked like as a pickup. I ended up trying a couple different decals and colour sets, but as usual I changed my mind and went back to the coupe. I finally settled with a custom blue mix and gold for wheels to set up the white walls. And there you have it, 2 remarkable cars, each a different build, but which one would you choose, vintage racer or hot rod? And that ends this episode of Hot Rod or Not.